Brad Pitt leads an all-star cast in the newest film, Bullet Train, so let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for more content. Ladybug is an unlucky assassin who's determined to do his job peacefully after one too many gigs has gone off the rails. Whoa! Bullet Train was a wild ride. This high-octane action film from beginning to end impressed me. This is directed by David Leitch, who has directed some really good action films over the years, but this film has an all-star cast with Brad Pitt, Bad Bunny, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Joey King, Brian Tyree Henry, Logan Lerman, Zazie Beetz, and so many more. It's a film that we've seen before. Brad Pitt is an assassin. He has a job. He wants to get it done peacefully, and so many other things are getting in his way on this bullet train in Tokyo. But everybody has a connection to one person. Don't want to spoil who that person is, but the film tries too much to connect these characters. The film is over 2 hours long and it spends a lot of time trying to connect each character. They met before in the past and they are on this train now, or they're trying to get revenge against this one person. It gets a little bit confusing. It's a little bit convoluted about middle half of the film when you start to introduce more and more characters that are after this briefcase or after this one specific person. That's where the film kind of drags a little bit and feels like it's just getting a little bit messy with its plot as it's trying to take on a little too much. The characters are exciting. The film looks great. There's some nice on-screen additions with some of the animation, but there's too many characters. I don't think that's necessary to add like development to these characters or really get to need to know them, but it does a lot to try to connect everybody. And everybody has some sort of connection or some sort of reason for being on that train. And it became a little too much. I like some of the earlier characters, and when we get new characters introduced later half of the film, I'm not vibing with them as much as the previous characters like Brad Pitt and Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry. Those are the characters that I really did like. Some of the other characters that were coming on later on the film, they were just adding to the messy storyline with the characters. Because it's a really simple film. They're on a train, there's an assassin, there's people that are after each other that want to kill each other. It's that simple. But it tries to do a little too much and it becomes a little bit convoluted and messy throughout the film. But I do think that the action in here is nonstop. It is a bloody film. The directing is top notch in here. There's a lot of big action scenes coming towards the end of it. It's very flashy, very vibrant looking film. So like I said, some on-screen additions when they're introducing the characters or describing their past and how they are connected. I think it's fun to watch. Everybody in here has some really great choreographed sequences. Joey King, Brad Pitt, Aaron Taylor Johnson. There's a lot of big action scenes against each other. And they're on this bullet train and they're creating a lot of chaos in the train. And I'm surprised no one really stopped them or noticed what they were doing. It seemed to be very isolated from everybody. But the action scenes are bloody, they are big, in a very closed off setting, and they made it work. They utilized their train as an environment to kill each other, and that was so awesome. The soundtrack too is also really great. It amps up a lot of those big action scenes towards the end of the film. It's really heavy on CGI, and it's a little bit noticeable and a little bit jarring when you go from these choreographed action scenes to these big CGI sequences. It's a big transition at the end of the film, but it still did work. There's also a lot of humor in here about being an assassin or Thomas the Tank Engine. A lot of references to Thomas the Tank Engine. I found those to be absolutely hilarious. But there's a lot of jokes in here. They try to create light-hearted moments out of these sequences. If they're fighting against each other, they take time to make these jokes, and I think they were implemented nicely into the film, where I did laugh. So overall, Bullet Train was hilarious. It was action-packed, it was bloody, it was a non-stop thrill ride. Brad Pitt is great in here. There's a surprising emotional connection between Brian Tyree Henry and Aaron Taylor Johnson, who play twins. You're the most invested in their storyline, really, out of anybody's character. But I think this film was entertaining. It was bloody. It was funny. There's so much in here that I did enjoy. Just a little bit messy when it comes to the characters and what they were trying to do with them. I understand that they were trying to have these big reveals, or trying to connect each character and give them a purpose to be on this train. At times it was simple and one and done. At times it seemed like to be very big and you had to understand each character motive. But overall, I really did enjoy this film. So before I give you my score for Bullet Train, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit the subscribe button to get it all in one spot. And if you'd like to see where Bullet Train ranks amongst all the other 2022 releases I have seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd and there you can find my ranking. I'm gonna go ahead and give Bullet Train a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Bullet Train, the new action film starring Brad Pitt. What'd you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.